The sun is out and I'm feeling so good and I feel a lot better, so that's good. I am starting week 4 late because I was ill and I just needed to rest. And I'm not gonna lie, as I said last week, I was dreading week 4 because it's the reading deprivation week. So you're not really supposed to watch films, and we watched Honora yesterday actually. It was good. It was good. And it's Valentine's Day today and we're gonna go and watch... Anyway, so I was dreading it and then I read about it and Julia Cameron was basically saying, she was reiterating as well, don't miss those morning pages, like do them. And because I stopped in a way, like I did them about 4 days, if that, last week. And because I was feeling some extremes of emotion, and she was saying that's what recovering artists tend to do. So even from being really excited to being angry or upset, you don't want to balance yourself out and face yourself, which you do with the morning pages. And she's also saying that you're moving faster than you think. It's like being on a plane and not realizing how fast you're going until you hit turbulence. And I get that. I do think I'm developing a lot on this process. She spoke about how you rest on the pages. So you're going fast, but then write your worries and any blocks or anything, just write those down in the morning. So I did that today because that was good. Had a bit of an argument yesterday. It's all good, and I wrote how I felt today, and I'm still feeling a bit anxious. And so my new audio hub, USB hub came today, and it's got all the things, which is absolutely perfect because, as you might know, with the MacBooks, the newer ones, which I've got now, I've had it for a few months. They only have the 2 little, they don't have enough stuff. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned as well, but I do want to start music production sort of, and laying down my bass lines when I get to it. And I've had Ableton lights that came with my MIDI keyboard. And so I've had these things for a few months now, and I probably will start a challenge after this one for me to lay some stuff down and practice what I've learned. And also even filming this stuff, and I've got SD cards, micro SD cards, and they're just trying to clean up the MacBooks and remove all the extra stuff. So anyway, I had to get one of these. It was about £78, and it arrived today, so super excited about that. I had a really old MacBook and I sold it on Facebook Marketplace. I loved it and I was so sad to get rid of it, but it just wasn't working for me. So, I feel like making some art, and that's what this week is going to be about. Yes, sorting some things out, but the idea is that you're supposed to stop soaking in external things and come into yourself and, synthesize and create and get to know myself. And so yeah, basically lots of things are going to come up, good and bad maybe. It will be challenging, but I really think this will be, I don't know what the other weeks hold, but I think this will be a drastic change for me because I'm a doom scroller at night and things, and I absolutely know I would create more stuff if I just went in and didn't and stopped stressing myself out with all the ads and all the posts that people post online. Anyway, so oh, I love it. Seeing it in a frame. For me, I don't know how other artists feel, but for me, it makes my work feel important when it's in a frame, even though some people's, some artists' work that I like is not necessarily in frames and it's not necessarily on stretched canvases. But for me personally, getting back into art and feeling like my work is worth sharing, worth making and whatever, putting it in a frame makes me feel like, ooh, that's, I don't know, that it gives it more value or something in my mind. So I did my episode on my boyfriend's new podcast called, I should know, Empirical Animal Experiment. And I'll be sharing that. Maybe I'll share my episode on this channel. And I wanted to put my art in the background. We had a Polish cowboy poster before, but I love it. And he's got his sumo fighter, David and Goliath style over there. So loving that. So I'm just gonna do a little quick drawing because I feel inspired to make something. I'm trying to make when the inspiration strikes, so I just love when it, oh, the blend. So yeah, I told you guys about, I thought I got the same camera that Moya had, and actually after some thought I think I did get that one, but then another video of hers, an old video of hers popped up, her Jakarta one, and she had a different Sony handycam. I was like, oh no, like I've got the wrong one. And then I've been watching some other people's vlogs and they've got the new, relatively new from November, DJI Osmo Pocket 3. That looks great. So I'm looking at that. But then I told you I got my USB hub so I could finally get the footage off of my handycam and onto my MacBook and look at what it looked like. And I do like it. I think if I'm going for a certain vibe on certain projects, or even just, I think it's good for out and about, because as I said, what attracted me to it was that it was like she just took it out of her handbag. It's so small, so light and stealthy as well. So I'll keep it basically. I've been discovering other artists as well. There's a guy called, he might be called MICAH, I don't know. I'll put a screenshot of his thing, and super exciting. His art is not necessarily for me, but I love his studio, in the studio vlogs are what I thought mine were, or what it might to be. And it's all experimentation, so I love it for myself. But he's just making and sharing and talking and yapping, and I love it. And I binged a few of his videos, so that was nice. It takes on a different texture with the paper when I, like, you know, draw one way and then smudge the other way. Whereas when maybe this is obvious, not obvious to me, I love exploring the properties of materials when I'm using them. And I'm quite new to soft pastels. My boyfriend got me this set. I remember he was trying to tell me what's a soft pastel. Like, I know what chalk is, but what's a soft pastel? And is it chalk? And I think Degas used to use these with his ballet dancers drawing, which I knew, I was familiar with. I was like, oh, that's what that is. So then he got me some of these, and I've been experimenting with them. Also with this reading deprivation week, she said you can listen to music. I was like, wow, thank God, because what the hell was I going to do? Like, even if I was going to be travelling or go... And also I think this is a week I'm going to go to some exhibitions, because I have not been getting out of my house and going to exhibitions in London, so and I need to do that. Anyway, I sort of have to listen to music when I travel. I can't stand listening to people's crying babies or but I applied for a grant, and actually we're going to hear if we both applied for the DYCP, Develop Your Creative Practice grant, and I can talk more about that in a different video. Hopefully, wish me luck, I hope I get that. I applied for a lot of money. So at the end of 13th of March is when we find out. And I also applied for another grant called the MØRNING People Fund. And you find out on the 17th of this month, so a few days, whether I won that or not. And I'll say, as much as I don't like listening to people on public transport, if my battery runs out on my headphones or something, or I'm with someone, so you know it's antisocial to have headphones in, so I'm chatting and we're just, you know, just a quiet moment, and I hear the funny things people say, like when we're just walking around, and for a few years now, maybe about a year, I've been collecting quotes from people, but like I've just been like eavesdropping, or like, you know, when they're walking past and they say something so funny or crazy or wild or out of context, and I've been writing it down as I heard it, and I want to make a book. Whether I get the grant or not, I think it would be exciting to make it into a project. So that would be exciting, just sharing that. So I've laid the background. And sometimes I do these drawings and I like that you can turn it around and it becomes a different sort of scene. So usually I like to lay down with soft pastels and then draw some stuff with the oil pastels. And I'm guessing all oil pastels aren't the same. Like I know there's the fancy French brand Sennelier and oil sticks. I really want to get into those, but those aren't cheap. But I really want to get into those. I first started hearing about those because I know Basquiat was using those, and also some artists that I follow on Instagram. They're just doing it. It looks great. These are hard to blend. As I saw it, I saw like these blobs or something, colourful blobs in my mind, and yeah, I just wanted to get them out. Yeah, let's do it. I was wondering if I should just fill it in with soft pastels because it's less hard work, but I just love the texture and the finish of, you know, but then also I don't want to lose the quality of the background because it's so beautiful. Maybe I'll try the soft pastels. Interesting, can't really see the back, but that's cool. But then I just thought maybe just leave it because I like, okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll accentuate the colours underneath. Or bring out little parts that I like and miss. Well, that's ugly. Oh no. That's what it's looking like so far. It's playful. It's more playful than I imagined. It's more exciting to put a bit of green in there. Also, I keep forgetting I've got fixative, but I keep forgetting to use fixative on my soft pastel drawings. I've been using them on charcoal. I think I don't like this one. I wonder if I can remove it with a sponge. So I just want to say that guy that I said I really like his studio vlogs, MICAH, I think his name is. It seems stupid, but I didn't realise that paint wasn't so permanent. Like, what I loved about what he was doing was that first of all, he wasn't drawing with pencil or anything, he was confidently just drawing his lines with black paint and a thin brush, which is cool. And if he wanted to erase a line, this is revolutionary to me, he was either spray painting it this pale yellow or just cancelling it out with white and then going again. He did tend to do quite bold background colours, so the cancelling out did work. And I don't know, but I got myself some oil paints and I haven't used them because I always think it's really final and I have to have something, I don't know, I just feel like it's really, you know, painful and like particular and all this kind of stuff. I don't think he uses oils, I think he uses spray paints and acrylics, I think. But he was being really free with it, and I thought, oh, okay, that was new. Anyway, I like that. So I'm trying to remove this horrible muddy green I've created. Maybe, you know, that didn't work as well. I think an orange. Honestly, I think just a red, you know, because what is that? Oh, that's nice, that's nice. That's real good. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a little fiddle with that and I think that's it for this week's video. So I will deprive myself of reading as best I can and probably play bass. Oh, I have a little short film I want to make to do with bass coming up. So hopefully, yeah, I'll post that. Hopefully I post that before my catch up and I'll tell you how it went. Hope you're enjoying these videos.